Hey guys, here again. So I finally got some time to work on Rob's PC. So as I mentioned, I will be transferring his parts to a more suitable case. And as for that case, I found a use for it. But let me show you why the case that I plan to use for Rob's PC is better. Hold on. Alright, so this is my old PC case. It's a cheap ass case. Too close, huh? There. It's actually a very cheap ass case. I believe this is a Malaysian brand. Armageddon. So it has this isn't tempered glass. This is actually acrylic. It's either acrylic or polycarbonate. I'm not really sure. So the difference between tempered glass and plastic side panels is that tempered glass don't get scratched easily. Acrylic shatters really quickly if you put too much pressure on it, which is why you'll see that here in the knobs they thickened it up so that even if you over tighten, there's slightly less chance of it just cracking. And as for polycarbonate, the weakness of polycarbonate is that it gets easily scratched. I mean, using Scotch-Brite will turn it into a blurry mess. Alright, so why do I say that this case is gonna be better for Rob's PC? Well, like we mentioned before, his PC has a radiator. So this case actually does have a space for a radiator. You can mount it here in the rear as an exhaust, you can mount it in the front, and you can even mount it on the top, which is probably what we're going to do. Alright, so I'm gonna switch over to the other camera, lay this baby down, and probably do a time lapse on me removing the parts and plopping them into this case. Okay, so yep, managed to dismantle it. So a few things to note. First problem we encountered is that the radiator seems okay. However, they only attached it with one bolt. So yes, that would be a problem because I don't have these long bolts. I'm gonna check the boxes if they gave back the bolts to Rob, but I highly doubt it. So yeah, that'll be a challenge, how to mount the radiator, the fan to the radiator, just one bloody bolt. Alright, so I just finished stress testing Rob's PC, so it's time to do a bit of a tour of what we did. So, I already mentioned the case before. It's the case we're using. It's a Malaysian case, Armageddon something. I got it for, at the time, 1500 PHP. So I actually think it's one of the better cheap-ass cases. It's still not as good as the other premium cases, but for a tight budget, I think it's well worth it. Okay, so we replaced Rob's video card. Now with his old video card. Actually, it's a video card that I gave him, GTX 750. So we managed to preserve the AIO solution, and as you can see now, the radiator and the fan is mounted up there. You'll notice that I mentioned that I don't have the bolts, so I used the zip tie method. Now the different key, I also added a Molex case fan there. That one is set for exhaust. This one, the radiator fan, is actually set for intake. Okay. Now normally I would prefer it to be actually in a different situation. It would be intake, but it's actually the fan that's on the outside rather than the radiator. But my problem with that is, if I did that, you'll notice this gap right here. Yeah, the radiator would probably hit the RAM, and that's bad. So we're gonna have to make do with that. Also, I didn't mount it in the front here, simply because I was afraid of the tubes being a little bit too short. So, and it will also interfere with the SSD placing, the hard disk placing, sorry. Now, here's the thing I like about this case a lot. Cable management is a bit meh. It's non-basement type. So, yeah, the excess wires are just like right there. I mentioned budget case. What I like about it is I actually managed to make plastic hard disk trays. So this makes putting hard disks a little bit easier. Yeah, that's what I like about this case. So yeah, we're more or less set already. I'm just going to order a 2TB hard disk as Rob instructed, install it, and then install a few of the Steam games for him using our fiber internet, and it's gonna be ready to ship back out to Rob. So yeah, now if you're all wondering what happened to the other case, it's right there. I might use it because I feel like I need to clarify something when I called it a piece of shit. It was a piece of shit for the functionality that you're trying to achieve, but it's actually it should be an okay case for certain situations. So that's what I'm hoping to illustrate on the next build. Alright, goodbye.